Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some NBA with the hundreds and hundreds of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, the Utah Jazz are a team that's on the brink of making the playoffs. If you guys have been following the channel for any number of time, especially since before the NBA season started, I did my video where I predicted both surprise playoff teams in both conferences. In the East, I had the Magic making the playoffs. In the West, I had the Utah Jazz making the playoffs, and they're right there in the hunt of things. You know, they're right there at the border making the playoff teams. They're not a playoff team. Portland currently occupies the 8th spot, but you got teams like the Kings and the Nuggets, along with the Jazz, vying for that last spot. So with that being said, the Jazz of the 4 teams, I think are the best team. They have better talent. They play more cohesive. They're the more well coached of all those teams. Well, they don't have more talent than the Kings, but they're more well coached than the Kings. They play better defensively than all those teams, and really all they're missing is just what most teams in the NBA seem to already have, which is a point guard. They're looking for some options, and a name that's been thrown around out there. You know, we've heard Jeff Teague's name being thrown out there because the Hawks are exploring trades. They're not really going to trade him unless they get the right deal, but they really are adamant about getting Dennis Schroder some minutes and playing him and, you know, making him the starting point guard for the Atlanta Hawks, and that is making Teague expendable. So if Teague's expendable, and he goes to a team like the Jazz, you know, what does that look like? Well, you look at their team and how it's structured currently. You got the likes of Derek Favors at center or power forward. You know, Rudy Gobert at center, Rodney Hood, Gordon Hayward. You know, they have a very good young nucleus, and adding a guy like Teague into there would really be able to push them to the top and make them a playoff team. You know, Teague's a hell of a point guard. He was just an all-star last year. So I say if the Jazz can get the deal done and not have to give too much up for him, that they do it. Now, Jeff Teague coming to the Jazz does, if it does happen, it would really be interesting because they have a guy who was injured in Dante Exum, who they deem as the future of the franchise, and you know, if Teague is there, he only has 1 year left on his deal after the season, so it would make sense to get a guy like this that Exum can kind of ease his way back in, and if he's able to ease his way back in and, you know, get some minutes, get some more experience, still get used to the pro game, because, you know, he's still pretty young. He's only like 20, I think 20 or 21. So the learning curve for him is still very he still has there's a learning curve that has to happen and a process he's got to go through, and going through it in a situation where he doesn't have all this pressure of being the guy would really help him out. So I like the move. If the Jazz can make it happen, man. Jeff Teague would help a lot of teams out. You know, if he's able to go to the New York Knicks, I think he pushes the Knicks to another level. You know, the Knicks are playing 500 basketball. You know, Carmelo Anthony obviously is the guy on that team. Porzingis has been playing well. You know, but then they have guys like Galloway, Derek Williams on the bench as well. You know, I think Teague would be able to give the Knicks some toughness that they need. He's definitely upgraded at this point in his career with Calderon. So we'll see, man. I think Teague fits in well with either one of those teams. Either one of those teams makes the playoffs if they get Jeff Teague. But you guys let me know what you think. Jeff Teague, what do you see him going? Do the Hawks trade him and get Schroder more minutes and make him the starting point guard, or does he stay in Atlanta? Or you know, we'll see what happens. But do you think he'll wind up with the Jazz or the Knicks? And if he does, which one of those teams do you believe is a better fit? And let me know why in the comments down below. So take the time to subscribe, do a lot of good stuff, and you can love me or you can hate me. But at the end of the day, I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.